Networking is one of the best tools that you have to grow your business. And that's why so many people start a podcast, because it's a great opportunity to network. But so many people go about networking with a terrible mentality. And so today we're going to talk about what that terrible mentality with networking is, how you should approach guests when it comes to your podcast, and how you can build real relationships with those guests to turn them into a valuable business connection. So welcome into the show. My name is Vince Quinn. I'm your executive producer, and I'm here to help you sharpen your podcast strategy, improve your production processes, and build your hosting skills so that you can put more time back into your business, just as I've been doing for my clients for about 4 years now. So I want to start with a nightmare scenario when it comes to networking. Now, this was at an in-person event, and I'm there, I'm having a conversation with somebody, we're talking for a couple of minutes, it's good, you know, we're vibing, we're getting to know each other, the energy's right, body language is good, like it's all good. This person comes out of nowhere, and she has a specialty pen. This is not just any pen. This pen is thick. It's like a fat pen. It's heavy, right? This thing feels expensive, and it's also a ludicrous pen. This thing had, obviously it's got the point to write, but on the opposite end of the pen, it had a light. And it's like, okay, but if I'm writing and the light is going up, that's not helping me. Am I writing in the dark? Like, where's a scenario where I need a light bulb like this on a pen? Why would it be in that location? I don't understand this pen. But she paid a lot of money for it, and she was dying to get people to take the pens because the pens had her name on it. So she comes over with these pens that people do not want and interrupts my conversation to then force her pen into my hand. And with that, doesn't take the time to introduce herself and build a relationship with me. Pretty much goes, well, I got the pen in hand. I'm out of here. I'll see you. I'm on to the next one. And people go about podcasting the same way. Think about this, right? How many shows have you either hosted or been on where they have 5 episodes a week, or it's a guest every single week? And when you're doing that, it's very much that business card in hand mentality. It's, I need you to come on my show because I don't even really care about you or your information so much as I want your network. I want you to share this on social media. And if you're not sharing my show on social media, how dare you, sir? How dare you not share my show with your audience? I have these big demands for my show that nobody knows or cares about. Like, people don't know you, right? So you can't build the show like this and expect people that you're not building good relationships with to actually do things in a reciprocal nature to support you. It is a terrible, selfish mindset, and it's not going to get you anywhere. So you have to go about networking not from a place of selfishness, but you have to go from a mindset of facilitation. And what I mean by that is, when you're bringing guests on your show and you're doing it for this networking purpose, that is your number one goal. You're looking to meet people, you're looking to build relationships, extend your network. You need to find people that you genuinely are interested in talking to and you think actually help your audience. This isn't as common as you think. And it's incredibly important because that time and that attention, if you're giving it the proper attention, is going to be way more impactful for you than running through a guest every single week. On a personal level, I would rather have one good conversation for 25 minutes than 25 conversations for 1 minute. But a lot of other people tend to have this mentality of, I'm going to get the pen in the hand, I'm going to get the pen in the hand, I'm going to get the pen in the hand. And they just circle around the room, and then everybody's like, what just happened? And they're gone. So don't be that person. Right? You have opportunity to make a meaningful relationship. And even if it's not going to lead to business right now, that's okay. You have to play the long game when it comes to networking. If you get something that's an instant win, awesome. But there's something to be said for talking to somebody at an event or having them as a guest on your podcast. You build a good relationship with them. From there, you stay in touch. And as you've done that, then 2 years from now, 3 years from now, they call you up, or they know somebody that is in need and they make a connection on your behalf out of the blue. You haven't thought about them in 6 months, but you know what? Something came up where a friend in a certain scenario said, hey, well, I need this certain thing. And you're the answer and you're top of mind because you have a good relationship with that person. So they'd recommend you and now they've brought you business out of nowhere. That is a gift. That is a beautiful thing. That is what networking really is on the best level because you've built a genuine relationship. As you're bringing people on your show and you want them to be guests, like I said, first, make sure that you have a genuine interest in who these people are. 2, prepare for these guests. Have real questions you want to ask them, things that you want to explore in depth when they come on the show, because that preparedness is going to build the connection that you're looking for. The more thoughtful you are, the better the bond and the better the information. So it's not just going to benefit that guest, but it's going to benefit your audience more and you as you learn from this person because you've gone to a deeper level because you put more time in to get there and get there faster. Prepare for these people. And when you make a connection with them, follow them on social media. Whatever accounts they use, a lot of times when you're screening a guest and bringing them on the show, you probably ask what social accounts they use anyway. It should be easy to find. Follow them on all those accounts. Don't demand that they follow you back either. Same thing like I said earlier with, oh my God, they didn't post the show. How could they? If they don't follow you back, like so be it. But if you had a good connection, a good relationship with them, go follow that person. Because, again, it's not about this selfish nature of how am I getting business out of this right now? What does it do for me and my ego and my likes and my follower count and all that kind of stuff? It's, am I building a connection that's going to lead to business? That is the goal. So that's what this does. And if over time, because people are busy, right? If you're bringing on somebody who's the executive of a business or they're a solopreneur or they're just scatterbrained and not great with social media, there's a lot of reasons why people don't post your stuff or aren't as active on social as they should be. It's a very real problem. So don't take it so personally, but follow them. Like their stuff once in a while. If something they do is engaging, if something comes up that makes you think about that person, shoot them a quick DM. Hey, saw this article, thought of you, thought you might think it's interesting. Here you go. By taking your initial conversation and now maintaining it through social media, that's going to give you these opportunities down the line to bring in that business. And I have seen that with people. I've got somebody who right now, they're starting a sales, like a CRM business. So they're going to go into companies, build out their whole back-end system for sales, and help them manage that. I'm a referral partner for this person because I met them at a networking event 2 years ago. I followed them on social media. I've stayed in touch with them. And when he wanted a podcast partner as part of a sales strategy for a business, he came to me. That's worth the connection. I don't know the name of the person that put the pen in my hand. I don't know what industry they're in. I couldn't tell you what they looked like if you put them in a lineup of 2 people. That's the difference in connection. Those are the things that you want to think about. Again, whether they share the episode or not. I hope this gives you a good understanding of the overall approach of how to do this, how it can benefit your business, how it can benefit your podcast. And if you're doing this podcast and thinking, okay, well, what can I do to apply it? Maybe take less guests. That's okay. If you're doing a guest every single week, don't do that. I don't recommend it anyway. Find the people that, set a higher bar for who you allow as a guest. It's okay to say no to people. You shouldn't say yes just because they want to be there. This is for your business. This is for marketing, and it's for your own knowledge. So if they're not bringing something to the table that you really want or you're not going to invest in, then why would your audience want that? How does that help your marketing? Take less guests, be pickier, and put more time into the preparation. And if you do those things, you will see results. All right, that's it. That's all I got. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for listening to It's Not Just Talking. Make sure to subscribe wherever you're checking out the podcast. And if you want us to help on your podcast, go to sbxproductions.com or check the show notes to book an appointment.